What is good, fight fans? This is Ashley's Corner. Shout out to the Lions Den boxing community. Now, I want I want to harp in on this because I think it's funny. All right, I think it's funny. So, all right, Leo Santa Cruz been calling out Gervonta Davis. Okay, the first time he called him out was fucking 12 months ago. It was probably well over a year ago, but since before his last fight, he was calling out Tank aggressively. Aggressively meaning every time a camera was in his face, he called out Tank. And we also knew, a lot of boxing fans, that Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz was going to fight on a pay-per-view fight this year. We already knew that it was going to happen. So him calling him out is not far-fetched. We knew it. Okay, cool. But when after Leo Santa Cruz last fight, I believe it was in November 2019 last year, he said that he wanted to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Since then, he's been asked questions and he's been in interviews stating that he wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis and Gary Russell. But he's been stating that he wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, when people asked him about the weight class, when he was asked at what weight class will that fight happen, he said it can fight 30 or 135. He said it to numerous boxing channels. He said it numerous times. He said it a lot. I don't know why people are acting like he never said that the fight could be at 135. Because he did indeed say that. And if he never said it, we would have never been asking what weight class is going to be at. I'm not sure. Everybody was asking him that question. And he kept saying it could happen either one. Now, he switched it and said that fight can only take place at 130. Now, my reason, the reason why I think that he switched it to only 130, that fight happening at 130 pounds, is because of what other people said. Because you can't tell me that this motherfucker didn't realize that he just moved up to 130 and he had one fight. He knew that. He knew he was going to do that when he was calling out Tank. He knew he was going to move up to 130. So he should have called him out for 130. When people call out people for a different weight class, they say the weight class. Gary Russell said that he wants to fight Tank at 130. He never left it his chance to see if it's going to be at 126 or 130. He said it. He said, I want to fight Tank at 130. When people call out a fighter in a different weight class, they say the weight class. Leo Santa Cruz did not do that. What Leo Santa Cruz did was say the fight can be at either 130 or 135. And he said that shit for 2 or 3 months. He just recently said that it's only going to happen at 130. And I believe he said that because of what the Robert Garcia gym said. What all of them people said, what Robert said, what Mikey said, what Peter said, what the other fighters said, what Ryan Garcia thinks about it, and all the fighters and trainers, those people, the commentators, other people, that other real boxers and shit, all of them said the same shit when they were asked who was going to win in between Leo Santa Cruz and Tank Davis. This is why he changed it. It's because all of them said, and all of them answered that question with a question. All of them said, what weight class is the fight going to be at? They didn't know. And they was like, we don't know, but what do you think about it? And all of them said, every single fucking person said, that's on YouTube, Gervonta Davis wins at 135. Clear, straight out. And then they say, Leo Santa Cruz has a better chance at 130. That's why this motherfucker is changing it to 130. Not because of what you think of your abilities, because other people said you have a better chance at 130. That's why this fight is being at 130. And the insult that Leo's not even picking up on is that all of these motherfuckers is saying that Leo has a good chance because of what mistake Tank is going to make. Nobody's saying this motherfucker got a chance because of his abilities. They're saying that Leo Santa Cruz have a chance of beating Tank because Tank might not make weight. Tank will be weight drained. That's why he's going to win. That's fucking sad. All right. He's not even picking up on that shit. But he is going to say, yeah, that fight should be at 130 since everybody automatically, they just know hands down I'm going to lose at 135. So yeah, it got to be at 130. Bruh. And I'm going to say this. Tank, you need to do something about this shit. Gervonta Davis, you need to do something about this shit. And all of these fans saying your ass can't make it. You need to do something about it, bruh. You need to make weight on dot. Or right on the dot, right on the head, or, you know, a pound lighter. You need to start doing that. At least your next 3 fights better be on weight, bruh. These motherfuckers is counting you out because you can't make weight. Not because a fighter's better than you, because you can't make weight. That's fucking sad. I mean, shit, I fucks with you, Tank. You one of my main apple scrapples. You know what I'm saying? Along with Wilder and Earl Spence. But, bruh, goddammit. You're being counted out because of your mistakes. Not because people don't even think these motherfuckers is good enough to beat you on their own accord. They know that they ain't not even good enough to stand in the ring with you when you're at your best. But they know you ain't there. They know you ain't at your best, bro. You need to do something about this shit. You need to do something about this shit. I want this fight to take place regardless, just because it's going to be a pay-per-view fight. And once this fight is out the way, I believe Tank Davis is going to be fighting names after that. Most, damn near all of his fights is going to be names, in my opinion. That's what I think. And honestly, because 135 is so fucking stacked up, yo. So fucking stacked. But I honestly do think if this fight is at 130 and Gervonta Davis takes it, and he goes down to 130 and he makes weight the first time, I'm gonna want you guys to put some respect on that man's name. Just a tiny bit. Because you guys, bruh, you're very true, very honest. It's a fact. The motherfucker sucks at making weight. He can't do it, y'all. He can't do it. But if he does pull off this 130 and that shit happens, bruh, maybe we should start believing Leonard Elderby and believing Coach Calvin Ford when Ford said that the coach said Tank tried to do that shit all by himself and he timed it wrong. Like he trying to show us that he can do this shit on his own and he fucked up. That's basically what the dude said. I believe him. Like, you know, Calvin Ford don't look like much of a liar. He just, you know, he look like he just won't say nothing. You know what I mean? Which he's done in a bunch of videos when he just won't answer the question. You know, he'll just, you know, say something else. You know, ain't no reason for him to say that if it wasn't true, and I believe it. So yeah, I mean, well, that as far as the Gamboa fight, him making 135, I believe that's the real him. I believe Coach Calvin Ford when he said the reason was why he missed 135. But the man he needs to maximize his potential, like the real Marlo said. He needs to do that shit. And when he does that, it's going to be really hard for fans or commentators or fighters to hate on him verbally about his boxing ability. But always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.